Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So in this video, we have ourselves a SoCal CSP5 switch for a 2015 Cummins, and we're going to be installing that in this truck and doing some efilive emission compliant tuning. So let's get the truck dash apart and let's get her done. Alright, so we got our SoCal switch here, coming over to the truck. Now, where I like to put them is right here on this lower panel. These trucks, there's a little bit more stuff in the way behind there for the switch, so we will we'll get to that when we get there. But to get this panel off, first things first, you got to pop this ring off. Now you can just take a flat screwdriver and slowly start prying around the outside of it, and then that'll pop off. And then under here, right there are two screws, which are just a Phillips head screwdriver. So there's one here and one over here. And then to get the panel off, just take the bottom, pull it out on each side, and the whole thing will pop out. So you can see behind here there is this webbing. Now the switch should be able to fit in between these two slots. In those two slots there are these push tabs that hold this panel on. There's also a piece of metal back in behind here that this screw goes into. So if we take a Dremel and a carbide, we should be able to cut right here out, and that should give us enough clearance for our switch. We may have to get up into here a little bit as well. So let's get our Dremel and get it going. And this here is the back side of the switch, so you can see it will fit in between there. So all we have to do is notch this piece out and then notch back in here. So then we still have our push connectors or push pins still holding this piece on. We're not getting rid of these. They'll still be pretty solid because they're going to be connected up here and down here as well. So let's get her cut out and get the wire ran to the OBD2 connector. Now on the older trucks, they don't have as much bracing and plastic back behind this panel, but the newer trucks, you kind of have to cut them to fit them in there. So I got the Dremel, a carbide, so let's get this thing cut. There. Now that should fit right in there, right like that. So now we can take our wire. The wire will come back in from the back, right like that. And that can just kind of hang there for now. But now we're gonna have to drill the hole in this piece. Some switches will come with a template where you can stick a piece of paper on here and it'll show you where to drill the two holes. There's the big main hole for the switch itself, but there's also this little hole for this tab here, and that will prevent the switch from turning when you go to select your tune. So now we got to get a drill bit for here. To find the size for that, I usually just take the nut off and get a drill bit that's just a hair bigger than that, or a hair bigger than the size of the hole in the nut. Drill the hole, put a little bit of marking compound or something on there to mark where that is going to sit, and then push it up through, and then you'll get a mark, and then you can drill that hole out. So first I got to get this nut off to get a bit that'll fit that. All right, so we got our paint marker and put a little red dot on that little tab. Put it through the hole, and there we have our little red mark. So now you just take a drill bit that's a little bit bigger than the dot, or than the tab. If you go all the way through, it doesn't matter. If you don't want to go all the way through, then just make sure you go deep enough in the plastic to let that tab sit all the way in. So there we go, we got both our holes drilled. So this little ring down in here, do not pull that out. That'll lock how many clicks there is. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's stage 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On this truck, since it's a 15, it's only a CSP4. So you're gonna take that ring out. You can see down in here, you probably can't see though, there's little numbers. So this little tab will go down in whatever number you want to be positions. So now there should be 4. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Then to install it, you can see the red dot right there. Put your sticker on, like so. This little lock ring goes on there. And then the nut. I like to get it all tightened down in and then just rub the sticker on and it'll stick good. That little nut's a 13 mil. You don't really have to go super duper tight on it, but you gotta go tight enough that it's not gonna come loose and spin off. If you go too tight, it'll bind in the switch. So and then for the switch itself, there is 2 set screws. So basically, you want to set your, sometimes they're in a little bit, it comes with an Allen. So just unthread them a bit to get them out. Put it on so it's positioned at position 1, like so. And then just tighten up the set screw and keep it lined up with number 1. Once you have them both tightened up, it'll be right like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, the reason there's 5 is because on the older trucks, they're CSP5. So it'll have 5 positions on the sticker, but we're only using 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you take this end of the electronic, or of the cord, plug it into the switch, like so. Pull the extra through here. Pull the extra cable through. And then there we go. It's all installed. Since we notched it, the microchip and the resistor and everything fits right through, right up into the dash, so everything sits flush. Now you just put your 2 screws in, one there, one there. Take this ring, just push it back in. That's all good. Now the OBD2 connector, which is right here, normally sits up in this slot. So there's 2 tabs, one here, one here. You push them together and it'll pop out. So on the Duramax, they're hardwired right into the ECM, but on a Cummins, they're a pass-through switch. So you have this here, one end plugs into the OBD2, the other end you can hook like a scan gauge or something like that up to it. But when flashing, you cannot flash through the switch. You have to go right to the OBD2. So for now, we're gonna leave that unplugged and get our efilive on this thing. So there we go, everybody. Test drive is complete. Truck is running mint. Clutch shifts good. We also put a South Bend clutch in this thing. Clutch is shifting good. Tuning's working good. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, found it helpful and informative. And don't forget to like us on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube, and follow us on Instagram. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.